So this is the way I see it. Oh, it almost reminds me of that film, The World According to Garp, or something like that. I think Robin Williams played a part. It's a very good film, actually, very different. Anyway, back to the point. So, if you haven't got the memo yet, men are bad, women are good. If you didn't know that already. It's a narrative that's been pushed on the media, on TV programs, on advertisements, films, you name it. The narrative is being pushed everywhere, but especially in the media. Oh yeah, the man's also very stupid, because if you see some of the advertisements they have on TV, the man always appears stupid, but the woman always appears smart. Another narrative being pushed. When a man kills a woman, I've noticed that the media are all over it like a dirty shirt. Big front pages or whatever, and the man was always bad, and he's just shown how bad he is. And she was really good person, and she didn't deserve this, that sort of media coverage, right? And yet, when a man's killed by a woman, you don't see that. Where's that? And that happens a lot more than you think it does. But women usually don't always go the violent method. They use poison or things like that, but it happens on a regular basis. But you don't see that plastered in the newspapers or the media anywhere. You have to search for it yourself. So search for it and see what you find, and you'll find quite a lot. Men are different than women. Men usually are physically stronger than women in most cases, and that's without going to the gym. So a man can kill a woman with his bare hands quite easily. Of course, if we listen to the media, men are all killers. That's what we are. Besides sexual predators, we're killers as well. You see, a man has something called adrenaline and testosterone, and you mix those two together and you get a man angry. He can be quite violent, and it can be quite hard for him to control that. It's a protective instinct. It was for fight or flight. And if we had to fight, we needed the energy, we needed more power. It's a natural thing. Women don't usually have that. But women don't even understand that. Because men, according to society, are supposed to be in control of their feelings and their rage and their anger at all times. Because they're a man. Whereas a woman apparently can go nuts anytime and flip out. And we've seen that, haven't we? Women completely uncontrolled in situations, yelling and screaming or whatever. Although I think a man does very well to control his anger and rage, which is a natural thing, some men lose it. And they can do horrible things in that moment. And they can kill. Women seem to fail to realize this. And they goad the man, they anger the man purposely, and keep on at the man. And they don't seem to realize the dangers. You wouldn't go up to a bull and try and anger this big bull, would you? It wouldn't make sense, would it? But women do that with men every day. And a man is only human, and every man has a breaking point. But the women don't seem to see the warning signs. They just keep on. So is it okay for a man to hit a woman? Well, of course not. But don't tell me there's men out there that haven't thought about it. They haven't done it, but they certainly thought about it. Is it okay for a woman to hit a man? Apparently so. They don't understand is when a man gets hit, he may just react quickly, not even thinking. So that's dangerous for the woman to do that. Because I can't think of a woman hitting a man and incapacitating him, unless she has a baseball bat in her hand. I was with a woman once that really knew how to push my buttons, if you know what I mean. And she used to really get me angry about certain things, and she used to just keep on. And I knew that if I stayed, I might lose it. So I used to get in my truck and drive off to cool down. You see, for some reason women like to annoy men greatly. They get enjoyment out of it. But what they don't seem to understand is the dangers for the female to anger the man to a great extent. I know we're supposed to always be in control of ourselves because we're men, but we're only human too. It is unfortunate that in certain situations some men have snapped and done something in a real short 10 seconds and has ended somebody's life. But even though we've evolved, it will still happen because we're still only human and still working on primeval urges. But of course the rage works two ways in a man. I just saw in the news where a teenage girl had part of her leg bitten off by a shark. She was swimming with her dad, and her dad punched the shark 5 times in the face to save her life. So you see, it works both ways. What do you think he was using at that moment? Rage? Fight? I do get tired of the media and the TV programs always showing men to be bad and women to be so damn good. Because it's a damn lie. We only just humans on this planet. And we all have our faults. Yes, females have faults too. And by judging it by me, they have a lot more faults, apparently, than males do. Maybe that's why the big facade to try and appear that they're good, because they're so damn bad. Could be. See you later, boys.
Here's Johnny.